The arena of Threxel Prime was built to humble the vanquished. 40,000 alien spectators roared under a crimson sky, hungry for blood, for domination. This was not a duel. This was humiliation broadcast to every corner of the galactic network. And in the middle of it stood a single human. He wore a simple tunic, dusty boots, and across his back was slung ... a bow, an old-fashioned wooden string and limb bow. No armor, no energy shield, no neural enhancements. Just a human. A primitive high in the skybox, the 12-foot-tall, iridescent scaled Sarnak overlord threw his head back in laughter. His voice boomed across the arena's audio relays. This ... is humanity's finest warrior, a stick thrower from a forgotten planet. The crowd roared in agreement, jeers, howls, mocking hisses from a dozen different species. But Elias Vance didn't move. He simply adjusted his stance, nocked an arrow, and stared straight ahead, calm, focused. Opposite him, emerging from the plasma gates, stomped the champion of the Zarnak Empire, Karoth the Unbroken, a monster of metal and flesh, spines and servos, two glowing eyes fixed on Elias like twin burning suns. Karoth's axe alone weighed 400 kilograms. His armor was a relic of ancient wars, impervious to most small arms fire, let alone a wooden arrow. Elias squinted. He'd done the calculations. He'd studied the anatomy of the Zarnak, learned the weak points. Under the armpit, near the joint. A fraction of a second's exposure during a swing. Karoth slammed the axe down next to him, cracking the arena floor. "Little man," Karoth growled through his vocoder, "you could have at least brought a gun." Elias smiled. Not wide, not arrogant, just enough to be noticed. Then he raised the bow. The crowd howled again. "A relic!" shouted the Zarnak overlord. "Perhaps he hopes to poke our champion into submission." Karoth charged. The arena shook as the Titan moved. Each step left a dent in the metal. Elias stood still, heart racing, breath slow. At 15 meters, Karoth raised his axe. Elias released. The arrow sliced the air. To the crowd. It was pathetic, a stick flying at a god, but it wasn't aimed at Karoth's sea chest or face. It was aimed slightly to the side. Karoth swung. For a microsecond, as predicted, his massive arm lifted, and the protective plating near the armpit rotated open. The arrow curved, no-guided, smart-tipped, with a miniature magnetic seeker. Disguised as a wood-grain dot, it slipped cleanly into the gap. Raw stumble. Silence swept the arena like a shockwave. The champion took another step. His axe raised again, slower this time. Then, with a grunt, he dropped to one knee. Double quotes, malfunction. He growled. But the vocoder glitched. Then he fell forward. Sparks flew. Systems shut down. Dead silence. The crowd didn't cheer. They couldn't. The overlord stood, his eyes wide. "How?" Elias walked slowly toward the fallen champion, retrieved his arrow, now bloodied at the tip, and slung it back into his quiver. Only then did he speak. His voice amplified across the stunned stadium. "You assume strength wins battles," he said, "but humanity survived Earth. Hunted beasts larger than your champion with nothing but sticks and timing." He looked directly at the overlord's balcony. "We don't fight to impress. We fight to win." In the war rooms of allied species across the galaxy, analysts scrambled to replay the footage, breaking down the shot, the physics, the audacity. The humans had sent no warships, no death machines, just a man with a bow and a message on Earth. The reaction was even simpler. A meme exploded across the net. "Bring a monster. We'll bring a guy with a stick." Fi, indeed.